to the third episode of our playthrough series. In the first one, we're going to be It's not going to be a small Didn't notice this is 2 hours long and 8 minutes. So this thing takes up a good old 20 gigs on my phone, so I need this removed as fast as humanly possible, because this thing takes up so much goddamn space. CapCut currently has 40 on it. This thing is using CapCut as my main editor, though if you checked the Chapter 2 video, if a video has censorship in it, it's likely also on, like, Final Cut Pro, because that's what my editor has. My editor tends to be the one doing a lot of things that need to be done. If you noticed that it's cut there, I was running into technical issues in the game, so yeah, I just cut myself to here or here now. Time to actually begin the game. And now, if you couldn't tell with the 2 hour long time, I got distracted quite a lot. There was a lot of good moments of horror, a lot of just scary stuff. This game is my second least favorite in the series. I'm going to edit my videos down singularly in parts because of how ungodly long they're getting. This is going to be the only 2 hour long video where I just have a 2 hour long recording session. Because that's how everything's going to go, man. I severely regret my lapse from Dungeon and not just releasing one every year, so I don't have to work on one every year. But obviously, the lapse in my judgment is gonna mean you're getting one more video at the end of this month, which is gonna be our Chapter 4 video. You should like the Chapter 4 one. Now, my least favorite chapter, in my opinion, has to be Chapter 3. It's not that it's bad. Chapters 1 and 2 are pretty bad, honestly. I like Chapter 2, but Chapter 1 sucks. Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 are still objectively the best ones. Just from a gameplay stance, I don't like the Chapter 3 boss fights nearly as much as I like the Chapter 4 ones. Like, Chapter 4, all of its boss fights don't hinder your experience and how it works. Like, I like Dog Day because, hey, nice horror, nice scary. Like Catnap, nice horror, nice scary. Had to look up 5 tutorials on how to do him because it was not well explained in the slightest. But still, I was able to get that done. This video is 3 days in the making. It took 3 whole days to get to the point of the recording, which was insane. After this gets off my phone, we're going to all scream as my phone burns in agony, and it's 128 gigabytes with 127 of them filled right now. Currently, I have breaking new ideas on how to lower my gigabyte amount, but I seriously don't know how to. Obviously, I can offload a few apps and just re-download them if I need to, because that sounds like my best shot. It's not the best one. It's a shot I must take, though, because I don't have other options. It sucks. Personally, I think some of these ones need more fun. Now, in this event section, the first time I played through this section, because I have played through some of this chapter, not all of it, though. This is still my first playthrough, though I cut out, like, every moment I got lost, and I forgot to record, like, 5 times. So we're going to go from some section, like, you get the generator on the counselor's office, and now you're at the Catnap boss fight. That is how things are gonna go. I have to say, I am sorry that if you wanted to, like, see everything I do in the counselor's office section, but my phone kept on not recording. If you also couldn't tell, my phone stopped recording during both the Dog Day and the Mist Lake fight, so you're not going to be able to see all of those. Though I also hate those as fights, so, like, I hate the Mist Lake fight.
Hey, I remember
How
you.
do you remember me? I thought we were like a level 1 ground employee of the factory. You should have been able to see us. Oh, that tracks. I mean, yeah, we didn't do the best in the factory work. I mean, we kept falling off the ladders, and then we kept ripping off the heads of people named Jerry. I mean, we were called an asshole for it, but, like, you know what Jerry did. You know who Jerry is. Jerry, you know who you are. Jerry, stop blowing things up in the bar. I'm sorry. Now think and hand me the phone.
Can you hear me?
What's up, Ollie? Been a bit since I've seen ya. Haven't played chapter 4 in quite a bit.
Check this out.
I've had some fun with chapter 3. It's just
On the back
chapter
wall.
4 is more fun.
Boom.
I have a better experience with chapter 4, you know? Now, obviously, being 1/12 of the way... No, I am 1/24 of the way done with this recording. So, obviously, you're not gonna get... This is not gonna all be one dang session. I took 2 recording sessions for chapter 2, and that was half of this video's length. And chapter 2 was only 7 gigabytes, so... Yeah, maybe we could cut, like... 30 minutes worth of content because it was just me dying to Mr. Live and Dog Day like 8 more times. I'm saying you needed to see. We have the first Death to Dog Day and we have the first Death to Dog Day and the last one. In Mr. Light, we literally just see them and then they're beheaded. Just, you know what we're gonna do. We have results. We eat screw. We understand. Ghostbusters. That was not even close to the original song, from my knowledge, so I can't get copyright claim for that shit.
My name is Ollie.
When you do something so horribly, you can't get copyright claimed. Well, look, man, folks, whatever works, works. Now, if you notice that my gameplay is better than it was in chapters 1 or 2, that is because I am genuinely using a controller this time. Chapters 1 and 2 don't have controller support, but chapters 3 and 4 do. Chapter 4 is the best controller support, also, because that one also removes, like, the symbols sometimes, so you can play the game without having to see those stupid symbols, and it's really fun. Obviously, we don't get the luxury of that, so this thing took 7 recording sessions in total. That is the insane part here. There is no joyous whimsy here, and I don't get what I have to do. Now, obviously, I couldn't figure out controls well because I was stupid, so I had to use, like, the buttons, but obviously that. Boom. I do not get the efficiency of that, why I couldn't just click that button, but, you know, that's playtime code for you, always a bit extra than needed. I mean, we have a gigantic prison, not every cell is filled. We have a gigantic laboratory, and only like 19 scientists. We have a house, we have 1,322 at bare minimum, 1,354 bare minimum experiment numbers. Numbers and only 300 of them actually work. We have the little cardboard cutouts in areas where they shouldn't be. We have multiple death traps, the usual stuff. Underground production facilities, play care, all of that. It's always a bit extra. Now, time for us to enter play care. Only 8 minutes in. Now, I've noticed a few bugs with the Chapter 3 mobile version. A lot of them, actually. Like, one, you can access the hatch room without, needing to do anything with it. You can just access the hatch room. Like 100%, I could just enter the hatch room if I wanted to. You didn't get to see all my catnap shenanigans, me seeing him climb up that elevator, all of that.
Do you think it needs more?
I just forgot to press the record button. Daily struggles. You gotta be kidding me. Now, anyways, we are here again in the tram thing. This is, Elliot, why do you have to build this stupid tram thing and not just build a pathway? Like, I get that the tram thing shows the video, but you could just be showing the video on, like, screen. You didn't have to build this high-tech tram thing. You could have just bent a path in and out. And how did the train station originally work? Like, how could the train ever work? The train stations aren't circular. From our knowledge, the train crashes straight into a brick wall every time. You have to buy a new train every goddamn time. It's like, always, all the time, repeating over and over again. Elliot, these bills are getting too high, folks. We need victory at 50% off value or more. I'm gonna make that one main quote. That is just going to be, that's just gonna be the slogan, folks. Make sure to like and subscribe. Again, I need you to subscribe. I need you to subscribe. See on the button button? See that subscribe button glows? Yeah, click the button. Click the shiny button. I need these subscribers, you imbeciles. Sorry, I don't mean to offend my fans, but you deserve that. I need subscribers, folks. Anyway, after sub-begging, welcome to Playtime, folks, where you can actively witness the horrors of mankind. Actually, I started thinking further. I started realizing some cool things. You technically can play through all of Proper Playtime without knowing the toys are made of horror. Here is how you would do that. By ignoring everything you see in Home Sweet Home. Because the Hour of Joy tape is the only tape you're forced to see, and that one just shows you that the toys kill. You won't learn that they will be guaranteed until Chapter 3. Chapter 4, it's more confirmed again, but Chapter 4, you aren't forced to see that either. You might say, Riley's notes. You don't need to read Riley's notes, folks. Again, you don't need to do any of the stuff that's gonna tell you what's going on. You could just think, oh, they had an orphanage, and then killer monsters in the orphanage. You could just think, you know, like an idiot, that it's unlikely you wouldn't discover this truth, but I'm not saying impossible. Anyways, I think this is the correct door to enter. Yep, it is. Let's go down, folks. The first time I played through that took me like 8 hours, so you know, that was fun. We need a key, though. How do we get the key? Well, we need that on eventually, but not right now. This is how we get the key. Now, we go ahead and grab this. Boom. Alright, we're headed to the gas production zone. Now, where's the gas production zone? Great question. I think I have an idea, though. Considering I've played the game before, I have a basic idea of where the gas production zone is. I've only played like the opening before, which is going to be the rest of your gameplay is going to be worse than this gameplay, because I haven't played this game before besides that first section. The Chapter 4 gameplay might actively be shorter than this video, honestly. You might get Chapter 4, and it's like 2 hours long at best, considering I've memorized the game to my soul, and I've made it, and like, I've done a full recording without the full memorization, with me watching every single VHS tape, and that only hits about the hour and 20-minute mark. 20-minute mark by the time we're done with No Man's Land. And after you're done with No Man's Land, you have the secondary lab, which is 2 seconds long, considering I'm not doing that puzzle. I never figured out how I'm supposed to do it, so I just know the password to heart. So yes, in that video, you're not gonna have to deal with, like, a long secondary lab section. And after the secondary lab, it's just Baba Chops. And after Baba Chops, it's just the doctor. Which means at best you're getting like a 2-hour long storyline. All the way up to the doctor. You might get a longer episode in Chapter 3, but it's not going to be longer by much. So it's only really going to be longer because of that goddamn 10-minute long ending. I'm not joking, I have timed it. The end of Chapter 4 is insane, in my opinion. I've been in Chapter 3 before, and it's less insane. Standardly, I believe, in the basic game, there is like, let's go ahead and go to the side at one point. Let's just see this area. Yeah, standardly, I believe, in the original game, that there is gas blocking you from entering here. Because there's nothing blocking me from entering here now. The only reason we aren't taking this path is because Kissy and Poppy aren't here. I mean, screw it, I very much could leave. Hell, I can even see that VHS right there. You know what makes it weirder? I think you're intended to go in here, because how the hell else are you supposed to find this battery? And you need the battery to access the purple hand. What I'm asking is, why aren't we using the hatch now? We can just leave. We can leave as Cat wants us to. There is actively no reason for us to stay, but we still do. Like, we don't need to leave the building. We physically couldn't. The prototype would kill us. But I don't think the prototype would kill us for literally just skipping part. I mean, I don't think it can even. The prototype doesn't kill you when you speedrun the game. And most of the time when you speedrun the game, you're skipping like 90% of it. And like, I've seen that speedrun that takes up so much time. It's time for us to earn our Grab Pack 2.0. It looks better, it has cooler hands, and it makes it so the UI takes up the entire goddamn screen. I mean, seriously, I think it's so much more advantage playing using mobile version. Because, like, in the actual game, once you get the flare hand and all that stuff, in the mobile version, you just press triangle to swap. Which means you have to mash triangle in the cat app fight, because you have to swap hands every 5 goddamn seconds. Instead of having, like, F1, F2, and F3, which just swaps to the specific hands. That's so much more convenient. I don't have to be perfectly aligned. I don't have to hit triangle twice to get the purple hand, because it's in the middle of everything. Sometimes you have to hit it once to get that one, but if you're on flare, twice. If you're on green, once. And if you're on purple, 3 times to get back there. Once to get the flare, once to get the green, and once to get back to purple. It's harder to just randomly swap hands, you know? Now, in Chapter 4, I think the purple hand is underutilized. But I also don't think the purple hand was meant to be really utilized at all in Chapter 4. Hell, I think you were intended to lose it, because I think, like in the doctor's section where you deal with the doctor, I think it would be cooler if, like, in that ending, he rips off your purple hand. I think that would be cool, and personally, I think that would be cool, and I don't know why they didn't do that. Because the purple hand really is used afterwards. I mean, it's used at one point during the time when you're, like, getting back. But besides that point in time, it's never used again in the chapter. So it feels almost intentional that you weren't supposed to have the purple hand. They had to justify by adding a last purple hand section. But I think it would have been cooler if you did seriously lose the purple hand in Chapter 4. Making it so you only have the flare and the omni hand. And then in Chapter 5, what if you didn't have a new hand added? What if in Chapter 5 you just had the purple hand? And just in general. In Chapter 5, you'd only have the flare and omni hand. And then after a Huggy boss fight, which wouldn't even be the last one, you would lose the flare hand. And then in the prototypes boss fight, you would beat the prototype most likely, but you would lose your entire damn grab pack. With the thing being torn up. Then that could also add a lot of secrets and hints. Like, you'd have to gain a new grab pack with different hands. And you have to make it out. You've killed the prototype, good job. Now you gotta find the orphans and go up the elevator and stuff, and now, boom. I think it would be cool, honestly. Yay, puzzle done, folks. The puzzle is officially completed, which therefore means we can continue our movement forward. Now, this is about 2/12 of the way done with the video. Now, anyways, if you see us going back here, yeah, I filmed back the title screen. Next up is our Home Sweet Home section after this. This section was all filmed for Home Sweet Home. We went back to the title screen because that was the end of our, like, footage. I didn't want to keep recording. That was, like, 10 p.m. And at some point in time, I'm trying to work on my sleep schedule. It's all over the place. Like, yesterday it was, like, at 1. The other day it was, like, 11. So, really, it's just, why is my sleep schedule built in such a way where it's bouncing all off of the walls? It's over the walls, it's over everything. The thing can't be stopped whether we want to or not. Now, I will probably cut out things in the chapter if I don't think it's fun, but, like, seriously, why can't we access the shelter room? Like, that room right there, perfectly fine. I get what you need to do here is that you need to have power using the big blue battery, but, like, still. I am interested in a lot more bugs.
Okay, I sent you another key.
So is it just me or does Ollie seem like he's joking when he says, oh no? He seems like he's not being genuine. It's almost as if he's actively the prototype. Yeah, that was not a big reveal. That was like, it feels like if we didn't all figure that out after Chapter 3, that would have been a big boy reveal. It's just, we all figured that out after Chapter 3. Like, his delivery was perfectly, just a little uncanny. he always says we, which is what the prototype does, There was so many clues to him not being human. Especially the clue of him still sounding like an adolescent boy. And he uses he, him pronouns, so he can't be like a girl or something. So, well, okay, he could be, but, the chances are low considering he was in the 90s. Which they were less accepting than they were today. And they aren't that accepting nowadays anyways. From my knowledge, at least. So, okay. So we are very accepting nowadays. We are more accepting of it nowadays. It's just, there's some assholes who aren't. And we hate the assholes who aren't. But anyways, the chances are low, especially considering it's been 30 goddamn years. Like, at best, he's 16. At absolute best, he is 16. That is assuming that he became an orphan at, 4 years old and was inside Playtime Co. by 1994. Because it's 2006. Yes, he could technically have entered in 1997. No, 1995, at 3 years old, which would mean that they're 1996, and the youngest I believe they would have would be a 2-year-old. So, really, all I'm saying is that his absolute best would be 9, which actually would work. If you're wondering where I get the end date from, I believe it's pretty much confirmed that in 2006 is when the main game takes place. I originally thought the main game took place in 2021, which would make Ollie almost guaranteed 30. So, technically Ollie could absolutely have sounded like this. It's just, he's also seen as an ally for 7 years. That is something, they were an ally back when the Safe Haven when the first game really started. Here's what makes that wrong. He would be 4 years old. How would he even be able to understand any of the stakes or anything that's going on during that? That is the issue. For him to sound like an 11-year-old, he would have had to have been added in 1994 or something at 3 to 2 years old. So that way, when you add the 2 with the 4 and then the 7 to that 4, you would end up with an 11-year-old child. Here's what makes that an issue. He was an ally ever since, the good old day of 1996, August 12th, I believe. Or August 15th. I don't know. After the Hour of Joy, he was seen as an ally. During the Hour of Joy, if the math checks out, he would have been 4 years old for him to sound like an 11-year-old boy right now. All I'm saying is that the evidence was clearly there that Ollie could not have been human. Because that is impossible. That is physically impossible. Now, we could have theorized Ollie was a toy with just that knowledge. Considering Poppy still sounds like a girl, and she was a little girl, and she was created in 1956. So, yes, I'm saying that there was a chance Ollie was just a toy. But Ollie is such a human name. Poppy isn't that human. Joey, if you name a child Joey, you are a disappointment to this planet. All of those ones sound like toys. Ollie does not. Oliver Alligator would sound like an actual toy. That sounds like something Playtime Co. would create in their own madness. Of course, they would create a toy named Oliver Alligator or something. And that could be a good idea of where Ollie would come from. That could be a toy. But you wouldn't introduce yourself with your nickname. You would introduce yourself with your full name, then introduce yourself with the nickname, unless you're creating content for a YouTube channel, which I severely doubt that Oliver the Alligator knows what YouTube even is, considering it's 2006 canonically, and 2006 was only a year after YouTube was created, because that's always how it's gonna be. So, out of the popular playtime games, it's dark as hell in this one. Like, seriously, I've turned my brightness up at the maximum levels. Catnap is scary in certain scenes, a little less scary when I can see every single piece of fur on him. The two of them. Like, in this section, you're being stalked by Catnap, and it's supposed to be all nice and scary and stuff. But, like, when you know there's no actual threat in this section, it's just a big puzzle, you know? Like, the horror of the section where you, like, get red gassed during the other time you get red gassed. During, you know, the point where Catnap jumps you. Yeah, during that moment. That moment is genuinely horrifying. I do not know what makes it so scary. I do not know how this is so scary. But it is the scariest thing humanity will ever see. And I cannot change my opinion on that. I do not know what it is, but it is scary as all hell to do. Now, anyways, this video is going to be a nightmare to export. I'm going to have to, like, offload a bunch of apps, and I'm going to have to, like, put them all somewhere else. Have to do some bullshit. And I have to do a lot of things to make sure that this video is able to come out. So yes, guys, this video did take a lot of effort. I'm going to advertise the crap out of it, considering how much effort needs to be put in here. Now, the Home Sweet Home section overall is scary if you don't know exactly what's happening. The issue is, it's so easy to know exactly what's happening, because the game probably already actively tells you that, considering how the game takes, like, its horror in such a weird approach. And the game releases in January of all times. Like, it's just it's like a month late to the Christmas release, which is what they should go for. Like, if your game isn't fully ready, but, like, it's nearly ready by January of that year, wait till December of that year.
And welcome to your first day
Obviously,
here
get it
Playtime.
fully ready, and then start the hype train in January, because it's nearly ready. Start the hype train, then release it in then release it in Christmas,
children play and
making it
learn
so the
to their
game
little
gets more
hearts'
sales, because
content.
both people
Join
who are
the
now excited for
innovationists
it
where the
want to see
bounds
it
of science are
Christmas.
continuously pushed.
Now people
Or
are
join the
excited
counselors
for
of Playcare, whose diligence and care for our children will help shape a brighter future. Just you see.
It seems like
Now,
a
every
better
one of you
idea
has
than
your
dropping it
part
in
in that
January of all days.
So should you come back
Like,
tomorrow
January
feeling
is
unhappy
right
for where
after
you are
Christmas.
or what you've
Like,
done,
and January doesn't have an identity.
worry not, for your
At least
supervisor is
February
here
is
and
shorter
happy to
than every
listen.
other month.
And
It is overall
Should you
my
come
favorite
back
month
years
for a lot of
later,
reasons, honestly.
your
Specifically
conscience
because it's
finally
cold,
getting
but not
better.
depression cold.
May
It's
you
just
descend
cold.
into the dark
I
and
like the
dust,
cold when it isn't depressing.
finding all that
Just
awaits
in
you
January, it's always depressing.
incomprehensible
January, the snow has
for your
just as much
return,
depression
each
as everyone else
eager
does.
that they
And
might
probably
find
more.
you.
In January,
Perhaps
there's barely any
smile
joy.
at you from a
In
shadow.
February,
Their
it's
smiling
snowing,
mouths full
folks.
of teeth,
Because in January, they are unwilling to give you a snow day if
watching
snow day
and
if
waiting
it's like school or
patiently
something.
for their
In
turn.
February, the snow might be 4 inches deep for all you know. That snow
perhaps
can be
they
absolutely
won't allow
ludicrous.
Such time to
And they
figure
still
your
won't give you a
place
snow
in the
day
world
sometimes.
you've left.
Then
A
the
world
school will have to
that's
pay for the
theirs
insurance of
now.
5 cars, because, like, I think
Welcome
last time
home.
my school did that, like, last time, like, a couple of years ago, back then, so, but last year, like, the high school, all the schools didn't close, and there was, like, 4 inches of snow or some insane bullcrap like that. And here's what caused a lot of issues. So the high school also didn't close, including the middle school and the elementary school and all of that stuff. None of them closed. It was snowing so ungodly hard that the roads were slick. They weren't paved. Every car made expensive sounds driving in them. Like, I thankfully still had a snow day because I just decided that showing up wasn't a good idea. I was glad because apparently 6 people fell into a goddamn ditch at one point. That was insane. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure they were fine. Just, you know, not great when you have 6 people falling into ditches, you know? Like, that's not an average thing you want to advertise. Go to this place and you can fall into a ditch, you son of a... Now, for a lot of scenes, there still is a fight in the, like Cold Wave. I have so much work on that one. I think I just dropped episode 4 recently. Overall, that one it's an asshole to make. Like, the storyline is creative. More creative than it ever was originally. Gang, I think I tripped there, because, what happened, this recording was an hour after a previous one. I had like a 30-minute long recording going on during this section, so yeah. I had stuff to do. I have videos loaded now. I had a lot of extra things I had to do before I can film again, so yeah. This is the next part of the recording. Now, I don't think I talked about this, so I'll check back soon enough, but anyways, in my opinion, I think the best, horror moment in the Poppy Playtime games is Chapter 4. Chapter 4 is all about making you rediscover your own mortality, pretty much. It humanizes the toys after they were more dehumanized than they've ever been dehumanized before. In Chapter 3. Chapter 3, you see them killing tens of thousands. And that dehumanizes them more than they've ever been dehumanized before. You're not supposed to like them. They aren't likable. That is intentional. But then Chapter 4, you're supposed to see them more as human-like. More human than... well, they are seen as human now. The reasoning behind you seeing them more human would be Doey and the rest of the toys in Safe Haven. They all have the same noble cause as you do. The Doctor is such an interesting antagonist because of this. Because, the Doctor isn't innocent. He barely can be humanized. He's a monster. Hey, what's up, Kissy? Anyways, the Doctor is a monster. He sucks as a human being and no one should like him. That is what makes him a cool antagonist. He's the only one that killing it is morally justified and is the correct thing to do in the chapter. Now, again, the issue that does happen when that occurs is very simple. Because the prototype has a lot of things that it could be. The prototype could be so many different things, and we don't know who the prototype is. Elliot Ludwig is suspectable. That makes sense. Why wouldn't it be Elliot Ludwig? He is the main character. Main guy. He is the owner of the company, and we've known about him since the first chapter. But have we known about him since the first chapter? Have we known a lot about any of the characters since the first chapter? It all leads to more questions than answers. The thing is, it's important to know what the prototype is. It could be Rich. Rich had a whole storyline in chapters 1 and 2 and 3, but then chapter 4, he lost it. Chapter 4, there was nothing on Rich, which is weird. It's Rich was ascending up in the ranks, so it would make sense on one front for him to be Experiment 1006. It's the issue of the timeline with him, because as we can see, he was put in the Misfit Toys area after showing his rage during this area. He had to have been created before 1990, because Experiment 1170 was created in 1990, otherwise known as Huggy. Which means he had to have been created in 1989 or something, which I don't think the timeline lines up for that. I mean, it might, but I don't know exactly when Playcare opened up, but he was near Playcare at one point in time, so clearly he had to have something with the storyline, obviously. I think somewhere inside this area, you get your reports on the, Doey. I think that is something that you get to see in this area. Just a report on Experiment 1322. There was a note on Experiment 1412 inside Chapter 4 at one point in time, so maybe that could be an antagonist for Chapter 5. I believe Chapter 5 is their last chapter. Chapter 4 obviously wasn't the last chapter. There was nothing implying that it was. There was stuff, like Ollie saying that the prototype is that Catnap is the last thing that the prototype has before himself, which was a complete lie, seeing as the prototype obviously has the Doctor. The Doctor is very clearly a part of the prototype's gang. It's pretty obvious, honestly. So, it is weird that it's claimed one way. And, like, why would Ollie really care about hiding the Doctor from us? I know Ollie is the prototype, but why would Ollie care? Like, what would make Ollie care at all? Nothing that Ollie relatively does is an issue. Like, nothing that the Doctor being revealed in Chapter 3 would cause an issue for Ollie and stuff. Or otherwise known as the prototype here, because Ollie is the prototype. It could be more explainable if, like, Ollie was on the Chapter 3 floor, but he clearly isn't, because Ollie's the prototype. So, leads to issues. That is. Now, there is more parts for the storyline, but I just don't know about how the prototype's gonna be. Clearly, Chapter 5 is gonna feature merch of the prototype. Like, we got the trademark that's gonna confirm that we're probably gonna see the whole prototype. At least see him in Chapter 5. For all we know, there could be 10 whole chapters inside those primary labs. Each of them getting weirder and weirder as you continue on, seeing disheveled and broken versions of every one of the experiments that you faced in the original 5 chapters. With Huggy being Chapter 5's one, and it would end on Chapter 9, being having you deal with a Doe, which then having you deal with the active prototype. That could also be it. So I believe it is more believable with my other idea. Now anyways, it's time for us to move forward in whatever room we're in. I'll not know why. These aren't even hidden. Like, not in the slightest these aren't hidden. The electric panels are not hidden. And while it's not in the best condition, I do not see how these weren't hidden at least a little bit better. Oh, right, this guy. He's here. And there's nothing that we can do with him, but, I think there should be something to do with the spinning guy. He had a battery in him last time. So clearly there has to be something up with him. But I'm not sure what would be up with this guy. He's just spinning around there. He's just spinning around. Doing nothing but spinning around that baker. He's just spinning right round. This ain't right. This ain't natural. I am not gonna get caught by this. You suck, man. Oh, so you probably could actually sneak behind. No, you couldn't. Considering how he works. It's very specific. I don't see anything behind him, but I need to know what's behind Bobby Bear Hug. That's not... Oh, that's easy. Vent time. Now, for each chapter, I have to say, chapters 1 and 2 really... chapters 1 and 2 give off a vibe, and chapters 3 and 4 give off a vibe. Chapter 5 gives off a... Chapter 5 is gonna have to give off a very new vibe. Because every 2 chapters, there's a new vibe. Like chapters 1 and 2, their vibe was you're in an abandoned toy company. Although chapter 2 is showing a little more of chapter 3 and 4's style by increasing the horror level when Mommy Longlegs gets angry down in the sewer area. That is increased horror in the storyline. Then chapter 3 and 4, as you can see in chapter 3, it has a very scary tone, being more horror focused than any other chapter ever has been in the series history. And chapter 4 does that, but overall it's building up the storyline. Chapter 4 is more plot focused than any other chapter so far. I believe Chapter 4 is better than Chapter 3, like every other chapter has been better than the last one. It's just, that's from my experience, and my experience might be different than yours. You might think Chapter 3 is better than Chapter 4, so how Chapter 3 is designed to function a bit better. It doesn't have some of the weirder, more complicated puzzles as Chapter 3 ever did. Like, Chapter 4 has some of the easier, doesn't have as many advanced puzzles, considering, you know, you gotta do this. In Chapter 3, you do all of this jazz just to power on this bad boy. It's an incredibly stupid thing, but you could achieve it technically. In the form of a technicality, you could do this. I mean, it's a really complicated puzzle with you trying to trade electricity and stuff. Like, yeah, you gotta trade your electricity as fast as you possibly can. You gotta hit the rings correctly. I mean, it's complicated in its own matter. More complicated than any of the other chapters puzzles have ever been. And if we hit that correctly, we could have done it. That's still one of our most complicated puzzles the game ever has shown. Like, yeah, you gotta do all of this shit. But of course. I mean, you gotta repower this bad boy. Again, but overall, we know it will never really work. Especially when you have to readjust. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta aim correctly. And the thing doesn't power on for the longest either. It's something up here. There's a battery behind out there. How you can't see it. Oh, that's... Dang, we can't get back. That door won't open. There's supposed to be... Oh, vents in the corner. Nice. Yep, you. Okay, good. They didn't make a soft lock tunnel. Like, Chapter 4 has more fun to me. Like, I have more fun with Chapter 4, but also... I shouldn't really, because it's not the funnest chapter of them all. It's actually not that much fun at all, but it's just easier, you know? It's more simple, it's faster, it's better paced, and all that. Like, it has a vibe to it. It's a very specific vibe, and it's easier than most of the other chapters. That is the important part. The important part is it's not the hardest chapter of the game. Like, Chapter 3 has more complicated puzzles, but it also has some of the most insane, weird boss fight designs. Like, that was really close. Chapter 4's boss fights are incredibly easy to do. You're never gonna struggle with a Chapter 4 boss fight. You're never gonna really succeed in a Chapter 4 boss fight either. I don't even know what I've done. But yeah, you gotta trade electricity a lot just to get this done. Now, we only have one battery. There has to be another one somewhere. Perfect! That only took... You gotta be kidding me, that's a cheap jump scare. Now, I do hate how Huggy... I know that people are saying that, oh, the fact that Huggy still speaks was a really good teaser that, you know, Huggy was a good character. Like, that Huggy was still alive. Which I would agree to, but I don't, because the other smiling critters can speak. They shouldn't be able to if they're dead. If all of the smiling critters died besides Catnap and Dog Day, they shouldn't be able to speak. And Dog Day died, so Dog Day shouldn't be able to speak either. So, really, it's the issue of chapter doesn't do good explaining it. Like, I think it doesn't matter that much. It's like, you killed Mommy Longlegs and Sheet, and hers doesn't work. That's the only information we have on if it would work or not. I don't think it actually would matter. I just don't think they had things recorded for Mommy Longlegs or Daddy Longlegs in the slightest. For, like, playtime code. Didn't record it. Why is there red gas specifically in this room? Is it, like, leaking out of there? I mean, I don't think so. No evidence to believe why it would. Can't even close it. No. Oh, yeah, just take it. That's what we can open up. But yeah, no, the gas wasn't coming from anywhere. It's just inside the vent for some reason. It's just in there. Next battery. Okay, now we have to get back. Now we have our blue hand scanner. Go ahead and open the door. Why is there mechanical doors like this? Like, I get why there's mechanical doors, but why do they open like that? Like, if you're running away from anything, which is shockingly more capable of happening in playtime code than you'd think, you could just die, and that's just gonna be your fate. Sorry if you thought you would get to live, but living is a privilege that you don't get to achieve. Anyways, it's time to head back, folks. Open the door. Now, anyways, I've committed multiple glitches in this game. I did this puzzle incorrectly when I first saw it. I mean, I figured out my ultimate glitch here. I actually really like the glitch, but I got sunshine. I mean, yeah, I couldn't figure out to do this, so here's my idea. What if we jumped on the handlebars? I've jumped on handlebars before for these types of puzzles. Why wouldn't this work now? Let's go, folks! Nothing's stopping me from actively cheating at the game. You can't beat me if I can't beat myself. Now, obviously, I have no idea what this is for. Yet, I now know what it's for. It's pretty decent. Like, its whole gimmick of you need to have both active, but you can't have both active. That one's pretty creative. No, anyways, we just gotta boom, boom. That's done. Next step. Should be pointing to that wall. Other direction. More to the other direction. That way. Yeah, that's gonna work. Now, I don't know how we're gonna get this to work. There obviously had to be an intended way you were supposed to get to the other side. No, I think we need, like, one of those hand launcher things. No, that doesn't work either. That door doesn't open either. I have no idea what we have to do, honestly. Well, oh. How does this work still? My cursor turns green when I look at the thing, I think. So, maybe that could have some involvement with it. What do I do with this thing? Oh. Oh, you can angle it? Nice. Pull the lever. Boom. Now we just do the same thing for the other one and it'll work, right? Angle it. Ah, got it ready. Pull the lever. Why did it go back? Oh, it's going to for that. Okay, we can get this done. Okay, open that now. Pull the lever. Now that we've pulled that lever, hold on. I've got an idea. Got an idea if I'm able to go up these goddamn stairs. Oh, why did it crash? I'm sorry about the crash. Yeah, now that's perfectly fine. Back here. Back over here. Yeah, sorry about the thing crashing. I can't control that either. I wish I could, but no, I cannot control the speed of which it crashes. I do not control the speed of which robots die, you know? Oh, we're back here. Time to move forward. But now we know the answer to the puzzle, so we can get this done way faster. You gotta be kidding me. Why did it crash randomly? To be fair, all of these games have crashed on me before. It shouldn't be a surprise that it crashed. It just is. You know? You know how life is. But yeah, we can get this ready. Boom. Aim that. Now we turn it over. Boom. Pull lever. Man, sometimes I feel like I'm wasting my own day, and that's what scares me. Pull the lever down. Now I got my hand back. Now we do this again. Do like the whole puzzle. Repeat. Boom. Boom. Perfect. Angle that one. No, we don't want to do that. Other direction. Ooh, you can use the shoulder pad. But that's nice. Okay. Now you. Boom, 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 boom. Got it done. Yay. So now we gotta E this one back. E. Boom. Back. Perfect, friends. We've done it. Now we'll pull that lever. That's gonna cut off the other one. Hold on, you can pull that one back though. So if we first step pull this lever, then we pull this, then we pull this. We have to return to the dome now, but hey, at the end, we get to be free. Time to head home, because we've done the entirety of Home Sweet Homes, folks. Every aspect of it. The entire thing is done. Now, just to move forward, and forward, and forward, and forward. Boom. Send it in the elevator, folks. Now, time for us to get back into the chapter. We're near halfway through recording this video. At exactly 64 minutes. I will be free from having to record more, because I'm only recording half today. At best. Maybe less, even. Now, call in the thing. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Now we're headed up, folks. Back up. That door won't open. Good, good, good. The original cut I got lost super easily, so yeah. Screw it, I might just straight up. I don't even know what I'll do. Like, I'm not having that much fun recording this one. I don't know. It's just my own anxiety, I think. Like, I'm not doing the best, you know? And that's kind of how things are. I'm not mentally the most stable human being alive. You know. Well, anyways, I guess I'm done recording it. What's up, Kissy? Hi, Poppy.
I didn't do anything
well,
wrong.
I'm recording for now. Bye.
Actually,
What's
here
up,
to
guys?
help.
I am back again. Yes, I was missing
This
for a
place
bit.
makes her tense.
Look, man, I had to take a mental
Glad
break.
that Ollie
My
could
brain
help you get this
physically
far.
could not take this.
He's the reason we found you at all.
So, as of recording this, Dream Team episode part 2
Looks like
just
the train
came out.
crash hurt us both.
And thank you all for the support
You've been
that
through
video has
so much.
I will continue to post videos because of
You
your
deserve
support.
an explanation.
Your support is what creates this content. This is not just a passion project.
Hey,
Because
you'll be
my
okay.
passion project is
We'll be
Blood Squad.
okay.
That guy is never dying. This one has a chance of dying if it isn't succeeding and isn't building up my confidence and isn't fun. Like all of this playtime content, you're not gonna get more of it. Okay, you're gonna get chapter 4 and chapter 5, but once the whole game is out and once you get every part done, once every part is released, you're not getting more, is what I'm saying. And you're probably gonna get chapter 5 in like November of
Listen,
next year.
I'm not your
'Cause,
enemy.
you know, well,
I can't just let you leave.
whenever chapter 5 drops,
What's
wait till like
happening down here
June or
is bigger
July.
than all of us.
Because that's when the mobile ports stand
I
to
need
release.
you.
Chapter 4
You get
released in like
revenge on those monsters who've
Now, to
tortured you.
include for this chapter,
Tortured us.
I've been having so much fun making my Sonic
Didn't act
content.
alone.
'Cause it's all chill, it's all fun, it's all nice, it's all fun.
Original.
Sonic
Prototype.
feels so much more happy than Poppy Playtime. That is why I can't always be making
Do
this
the
stuff.
honors.
You're only getting 5 episodes. And the 5th episode is going to be way later than any of the other ones. But out of the 5 episodes, you're still only getting
Prototype
5
knows
of
we're
them.
coming by now.
You're getting
You try to escape,
these 4, which is
he'll kill you
every
before you
chapter
ever
so
reach
far,
that front door.
then the full Big
He's the
Boy
reason I
compilation
was
of
trapped
every
in
single
that
goddamn
god
video,
awful
which is
case
going
for
to
so long.
absolutely
You
kill
have
my phone.
no
That one's gonna
idea
be like
the things
40
he's done.
gigabytes large.
Let me help you
Like
kill
it
him.
single-handedly might crash
Let
a
me
YouTube
help you
server
save
for.
everyone.
I have no idea what
We've
that
all
thing
seen you.
I have no idea
how
what kind of
capable
power
you
that
are.
thing holds on us all.
Killed Huggy.
That's all I
killed
know is
Mom.
that thing could probably kill a
freed
small
me.
Victorian child.
You are
And that is going to be my
perfect for
ranking
this.
system of everything. Then,
Nep is coming.
I have a lot of other
The
big
final obstacle
projects
the
being
prototype
worked
has placed
on.
against us.
Not
Can't
all of them
stay
are
here.
great, but
Keep
some of them
yourself safe.
won't work.
Ollie
Some of
will
them.
call you.
Not sure about most. Like, I have more videos in the works. Like, yeah, you're gonna get some more Crossworlds content soon. I am so sorry for the drought of Crossworlds content that's been occurring recently. That is actively because I've been focusing on this. Don't worry, you're still getting like an episode every week or so,
It seems
but
like Poppy
not
explained
nearly as
everything
much
now.
as you should.
And she turned on the dome's backup
The idea
power.
is actually simple on
Now
how the
the
channel
plan
works.
from
So
here
if
is pretty
you
simple.
couldn't
We need
notice
to
this,
restore power
I've
to
run
the
into
gas
multiple
production
inconveniences
zone.
over the course of
First,
time, but like
go back to the
I
home
like
sweet
Sonic
home
way
building
more
you
than
were
I like
just
Poppy
in.
Playtime.
You should be able to
That
find a
is
big
just the
power
truth.
cord somewhere
To
around
say,
the porch.
It is
Grab
absolutely
it and
true.
plug it
I
in
do not
underneath
like
the
Poppy
statue.
Playtime nearly as much as I like Sonic. That is intention. That is a point. That is the most important factor of the channel. Like, the channel is the Sonic channel, not a Poppy Playtime one. If you are here for the Poppy Playtime content, yes, return in June or July, because you're gonna get more. Eventually, whenever Chapter 5 mobile comes out, you're gonna get one more video, but that's it. That's your last video on Poppy Playtime. It's not intended to be one of those channels. I would create a separate one, though, and it would make an announcement if I did ever want to create one. Though, I absolutely could, I just don't want to, really. Eggpun Empire has its other sub-channel, Blood Squad, there. Now, obviously, if you can't notice, a lot of things are a lot in the channel. So much happens, so much speed, just so much. Now, anyways, we're bringing this cord over, and it's gonna get plugged in. Now, look over here, vroom, walk around the side, put in the corner, and plugged in. Let's go.
Look at that! Remember that generator you turned on inside of Home Sweet Home? Well, that was a backup generator for just that building. And every building should have one. Now you've
There's a
just
backup
taken
generator
Home
for
Sweet Home's
every
backup
one of
power
them?
and routed it here.
Nice!
Already
Playthru
halfway
actually following
done.
some company standards. You've
Where
never
to
seen
go
it before,
next?
nor should you.
Everywhere is pretty
Now,
dangerous around here.
a lot of
That
weird
playhouse
power
is
things you gotta do,
special.
like,
Yuck.
it's weird that
So,
the generator
best bet
completely is
is
broken in the
probably
school
the
area.
school.
I missed the light.
Catnap
Like, it
usually
seems like
leaves
you
that
sh-
place
like it
alone.
shouldn't break. It
Sending
seems like
you the key now.
it should just be a weaker generator, like only 25%, and then the counselor's office has an even weaker generator, being like 23%. So you have 3% left. So you have 2% left. This is the counselor's office. I do not know why I walked over here. I think I thought that was the school, but I have no evidence to believe that that's the school. The school actually does feel way too big, though. Like, the counselor's office does not feel... Well, actually, the counselor's office feels way too big for it was inside it. Like, the counselor's office feels small inside it. The school feels large outside it. Now, I do genuinely have an issue with, like, the horror aspect in the school area, like, it's way scarier in the horror areas here. Like, it's bigger, scarier in school even. That is my genuine issue. Yeah, now resetting back to defaults. Back, boom. Time for a very basic horror game experience. Now we're inside the school, folks. Which really shouldn't be as scary as it is, considering how freakishly this is gonna be, though. It's all about the fear. Like, I lowered the volume all the way down, considering I genuinely was scared of this place during multiple times. Like, in chapters 3 and 4, I had done that before, but just because I've only done that in chapter 4, really. Chapter 3, I didn't do it. Again, it really proved how much music is important to it. And I wish I could lower each music setting separately. I don't want the music, I just want sound effects. I don't even want the sound effects, I just want grab pack noises, and puzzle completion, and voices. This is the issue. I want very specific things to be the ones active. I don't get that, though. I have to listen to everything.
This is Mr. Light speaking.
Nothing
Please
isn't very
excuse the
good.
interruption.
Obviously, having Hamilton in the background is going to
Remain in your seat until the bell has rung.
You ain't throwing
no
away your
going in
shot.
the
In
hole
fact,
without
you're
a hole
shooting
there.
the enemy in the face with a flare gun. What the hell, man? That was genuinely how I experienced the fourth chapter for the first time. First time I experienced that fourth chapter, it was literally by doing that crap. It was genuinely awesome. I loved it, man. Like, yeah, you didn't throw away your shot. You also cheated on your wife, Doey. Doey, you cheated on your wife. This school section has a lot of exploits in it, so I guess I'll just talk about my experience for the Mr. Light fight. It sucks. It sucks so much. I didn't record it. Thank God. I accidentally forgot to. Because you would have like an hour more of footage merely from that boss fight. I hate it with a burning passion. In fact, like, my recording cut out at one point, so yeah, I just stopped recording at one point. That was awesome. I loved it. Thank God the game did that. I do not want to deal with it any longer. It was so annoying. Yeah, just, you know. This puzzle, for example, is one of the most annoying ones because it took me solidly like an hour to figure things out here. It's just so weird and complicated. Like, you have to crouch under things that I couldn't even tell you could crouch under, you know? And there's a lot of fast-moving characters and moving noises and all that showing Mr. Light lurking throughout the place. That's the issue. You know about her. That is the issue. It's a lot less of a mystery than it used to be. Like, it genuinely could have been a grand old mystery if you didn't know who Mr. Light was the entire time. If you never heard her speaking up in the voice. Like, I agree with her when she says you should leave. Every bit. I just can't. Also, I don't even know if the prototype would have killed us if we just left. I mean, I'm sorry. Why would he? What gives him the motivation to? He doesn't want Playtime Co. harming another child. That is his mission. It doesn't matter what the means are, he's gonna achieve it. How would it harm another child for a guy to leave? That guy probably didn't even do anything. Like, our characters are probably a bottom-level employee. I don't even know how Mommy Longlegs knew we were an employee. How does she know that? Are we wearing our uniform again? Why would we be called as intruders? And again, that looks like the generator room. So obviously, I was looking in there because I was like, that's where Mr. Light's gonna be. You've got to be kidding me. Like, the horror in this chapter is pretty decent. It's just weird, you know? Like, it's scary, but in a weird way. Where, like, it's only gonna be scary the first time you witness it. Every other time, it's incredibly not scary. Like, when you don't have the sound on for chapter 3 and you're listening to, like, Hamilton while doing it, it doesn't matter what you're listening to, but if you're listening to, like, a goddamn musical while playing this game, it's not scary. It's startling at best. Horror games without music. Sound effects matter so much to a horror game. I hate that. Why is there lights flickering? I hate how lights just flicker. Like, I get why that happens in Miss Delight's section. Like, I get it. It's to symbolize her moving, but I hate it because, can't even. I have to walk backwards in the boss fight already. I can't repo ass things. Like, I don't even know what those are. Lockers, maybe? I don't know, but they look like Repo. Well, characters from Repo. Whatever the little goblin guys are. I don't know who they are. Now, we need to enter there. We need access into the ventilation shaft. And I can't access that ventilation shaft. So how do I enter the other ventilation shaft? I need to enter the vent. I need to be sus. I need to vent. And I don't mean in talking about my mental health problems. I need to enter the vent. And those mental health problems can wait. But being sus absolutely cannot. Totally tubular, dudes. What happened here? I mean, I get that the things sometimes are a bit rickety, but, like, that's not normal. That ain't right. That ain't natural. I don't like this volume. I'm turning it off. Fly and bye-bye. When I don't want to listen to audio now, I figured out that I could just connect my headphones to it. Because I'm standardly filming these with headphones on. Standardly, you can only hear them with the headphones on. Standardly. I'm not doing that this time. But normally I am, so I can hear the audio and stuff. But I just can take off my headphones and place them somewhere else. Did not notice it. I do think this, like, the horror of this chapter is way less apparent when you notice how messed up these hallways are. You know? Like, you're more apparent of what everything looks like around here, but, you know. Oh, I can just do that. Well, that took quite a while. Like, you're moving forward to a goal you know you can achieve. That is the issue. How do you recognize this? Yeah, I don't think he would, but I don't like being here just as much as you don't like me being here. Trust me when I say I want to leave as much as you do. I simply am not given that God-given right to leave. The right to leave wasn't given to me. Now down to heaven. Moving forward, I've got a plan. It feels wrong. Let's go, man. At 100, let's do headphones. You're gonna hear it, but I'm not gonna hear it anymore. Now, get ready. Go. Under the ground. Hold on now. Do this. Supercharge that hand, go under the ground. Go ahead, be a damn. Moving forward from whatever the heck just happened. God dang it, you gotta be kidding me. I hate when my teachers run around trying to murder me. That's like the least favorite experience of everyone here. Now I'm gonna move forward. Oh, the Hour of Joy is written on the goddamn walls. Okay, so how did they get this all up here? Like, seriously, why would they put that there after the Hour of Joy is a good question. So, they probably didn't. Yeah, like, why would you put things reminding you of the fact that you committed 20 murders, like, 7 years ago? Why would you do that? So, assumably, they put those up before the Hour of Joy, some sort of warning. First of all, why weren't we there during the Hour of Joy? Or were we there in the Hour of Joy and we just were, like, stationed at a gift shop or something? Or we had dental issues, or, like, I don't know. It would be really funny if our employee character just wasn't there because, you know, he just wasn't. Now, anyways, we gotta move forward in whatever way we can. It doesn't matter if a teacher is trying to murder us, because we can always fight back a bit better. What the heck? I ain't reading that note, thank you. But I know I had it now. Yeah. I don't read notes in these games. So Chapter 4 actively makes it so much better with how you read notes. Like, Chapter 4 is the best chapter by far. Like, it's better than chapter 1, better than chapter 2, better than chapter 3, better than chapter 4 even. Oh, and you get to see the teacher trying to kill you through the ventilation shaft. I think that's awesome, actively. You have no reason to trust that she's not there, but, you know, you're going to trust anyways, because you're going to be a trustworthy human being. And hey, it's no longer 69 minutes in, we're only 70.
Not a good listener, are you? You're a lot like the other humans in that way. I wonder if your screams will sound like theirs too.
Maybe they will, I don't know. Look, man, my scream can be quite loud if you're wondering. No, I'm not going to actually scream inside the series. I think that you would all get annoying. And I'm not that scared of these games. Like, they aren't that scary. I fear in private. No, I don't even fear in private. I guess that's not the correct term. I fear in silence. I'm 100% silent with my fear. In a horror game, when you hear a weird noise, why would you go to it? Especially if you're in, like, in a suburban area or something. I mean, maybe if you were in, like, a, you know, non-suburban area.
Hello, students.
What's up, Miss
Find my sisters and I
Delight?
to learn
You're not
facts
a delight to
across a variety of
fight.
subjects.
Now,
Press my
anyways,
button to
folks,
hear some facts
we
on
hate this
anatomy.
teacher.
Did
We
you
should
know
hate the
that
teacher.
there are
No one should like this
60,000
teacher.
miles
This
of blood
teacher
vessels in the
probably
human body?
yells at her
For
students
comparison, the
because
Earth
they
around
don't
the
have
equator
an
is almost
S rank in
25,000
class.
miles.
This teacher probably
The smallest
physically
spot in your
chucks
body is the
metal
space in your ear.
chairs at
Still,
people for them
damage
not
it,
being nice
and you
enough.
risk
This
losing
person
your
knows where
hearing.
all of your organs are and is trying to
learn
sell them
more
on the
about
black
human
market
organs?
for 50% off value. I mean,
Hello,
if you're
students.
gonna try and
Find my
sell my
sisters
organs,
and
at
I
least
to
sell
learn
them
facts
market
across a
valuable.
variety of subjects.
Value, not valuable.
Press my button to hear some facts
No.
on anatomy.
I'm gonna move forward. Why is it that her text box is blue when it's her actively talking, and red when it's her, like, cardboard cutout talking, you know? Now moving forward, folks, we gotta head over to this generator thing. Time for the worst section in the game. Now, grab that, and boom. Oh, what's this? Hi, Miss Delight. Nice to see you. Quite a delight. You know, I don't know why I have to fight you, honestly. You seem really annoying, and honestly, I don't care. Hand me my battery. Anyways, folks, I guess we have to make sure this. What's up, Miss Delight? Nice to meet you. Nice to say. Okay, so you're gonna, like, stare at me randomly through the most intense staring of all time? Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's not fine, actually. So anyways, I have a plan. I do not know what I'm gonna do. I hate Weepy Angel characters. I'm not gonna take this. Anyways, what's up, Miss Delight? Nice to meet you. I kind of hold grudges against you. So anyways, see y'all later. Hit the pause button. Now anyways, we can await the future, because of course we can. And I am a prophet with the answers you may seek. Time, I have in fact unlocked it. I see past and future, and God, in great goodness you wreak. Now anyways, move forward through this pause. I do not know what was the cause, but I think I accidentally summoned Santa Claus. Ah, screw this. There's actively no punishment for dying. Hold on, I think I got myself cornered. Hold on, this isn't good. It's never good. First place, you ain't gonna move on my goddamn watch. No, you don't. You're never gonna beat me. I will not allow you to win. You aren't going to. Trust me when I say that. When I tell you I don't want you to win, I mean it. With my full soul. She's beheaded. Yep, nah, that's about where it crashed. So, yeah, nah, she's beheaded now, folks. We can just run forward, have fun, ignore all of the pain, ignore the suffering, ignore the bloodshed. Anyways, what's up, Hoppy Hopscotch? I'm taking this gun, thank you very much. Anyways, time for me to show my Second Amendment rights. Sucker. I'm gonna jump to the moon with you. We're headed to the moon. America time. Time to be the most patriotic guy for this entire joke, because I think it's funny. I think it's funny. You might not think it's funny. Reminder, we are different
Bill
people.
didn't make
We
it.
can settle our differences via a good old-fashioned...
This won't stop until we make it to the moon.
Me and the boys about to criminalize golf inside a 50-paragraph bill. Oh, that no one's gonna read. Yeah, no one's gonna read this. We're criminalizing golf, folks. It's a crime if you play golf, after all. You know how it be. You know how it be. Hand me my battery. Boom. There was no need for it to... Oh my god, this place looks awesome. Nice, cool rivers. Going through a cave. And honestly, if it wasn't the fact that there was a cult here, I think this would be a nice place to be. I mean, yeah, the cult kind of affects my opinion on it, but like, you know... Just because they're sacrificing the souls of the damned for Zalagrapha, doesn't mean I care. I mean, hey, you're working a noble cause. Swap the purple hand, wing! Boom. Headed out here inside this cool cave. I mean, why did I swap to that? Back to the purple hand, I guess. Boom. Boom. Have confidence in yourself when you jump off that bridge. You might survive if you try hard enough. As part of my official disclaimer, you will not survive if you try hard enough. I need green hand. Greeny, killing genies. Beating people up who know my name. A. Hit the A, get ready, A. 1945. Camera is already online. Moving forward, going better to the kettle, better running to the waist. Every is the place, A. Get prepared for a show. We make the merry-go-round and round and round underground. Now. We suck at this game, god dang it. Why won't that work? About to call God a stupid jerk. I mean, he is and deserves to hear that. Do not call someone an idiot. It doesn't change their own opinion. Actually, call them an idiot just if they deserve it. You know it changes no one's opinions. You have a king's dominion. You have eaten the souls of a minion. And a minion... Move me up. Move me up. Boing. Boing. Up we are. Now at the top of the cave. You know, this is still a really beautiful cave. I mean, the cult kind of affects my opinion again. Again, I have to state, I do not like cults to be in my beautiful caves. Like, I mean, it's not even that remote of an area. I mean, do these guys know how to start a good cult? The strategy's all off. It's not good. They aren't good at this. Not in the slightest. Alignment. We can't reach that even if we tried. Let's go. Down. Now we can try this one. In there, folks. Now, we can do to fire. Now, anyways, launch the cannon, folks. We doing crime tonight. I don't think crime worked tonight, folks. More at 7, except this is still being recorded and it's not 7 yet. I'm sorry. To all people who thought that this was going to release at 7, no, it's releasing at 5. Like the other episodes. At least I hope the other ones. Also, thank y'all for the incredible support on my other videos. I did not realize they would do so well. More Sonic content is going to come out still. Like, trust me when I say this is going to only last a bit in the channel. It's not going to be a big thing that's going to happen, like, forever. There is not going to be mostly new Poppy Playtime content. All because of how annoyed I was when creating this. Like, this was the most annoying thing I've ever dealt with, really.
Chapter 2 was fun. Chapter 1 was fun. Chapter 3 was fun. Chapter 1 was kind of fun. Chapter 3 was fun enough, but like, Chapter 2 was great. Chapter 4, I don't know about it still. Chapter 3 is insane though. Like, it's annoying. Now, anyways, get that ready up, folks. Now let's press the button. The mystical lever. Lever man, no one gives a dang. Lever man, lever. God dang it. Okay, so we have to pull the lever at a specific time. Nice. Well, that's not great still. So, anyways. We're about an hour and 30 minutes in. Let's go. We're about to head to the playhouse now. So, for a video that's double the length for the Chapter 2 video, I hope you enjoyed that one. That one in its hour-long glory, because this one's 2-hour-long glory. I hope you enjoy it. Now, we're headed up to the playhouse. The playhouse is where our 90-minute mark gets hit. Now, I will actively guess if I should just straight up skip Counselor's Office and skip us straight to Catnap boss fight. I'm just, oh hey, our cultist, our favorite cultist is there. Nice to meet you, pal. Actually, I'm going to cut out so this might not even be 2 hours long, considering how long we spend that stupid office. This might just be an hour and 40 minutes or something. Yeah, see y'all later.
Now, anyways, yeah, no, there is no Counselor's Office section, like, at all. I completely removed it. Here is why, because I despise that section. It ruined the game for me. Like, I loved the catnap fight, I loved most of the end game, but then that Counselor's Office section, that final third of the game, really didn't do as well for me as the last part. Like, the second third of the game is my favorite part. Like, that Dog Day scene is horrific. It's horrific in a good way. It's not, I don't know what to do, so I'm scared because I'm stuck in a room with red gas and a bunch of voices in my head, and that's all I'm with. That is not scary. Time for the playhouse, which is actively my favorite part. Besides the catnap fight. That fight is so good. Like, I respect it in every way, shape, and form, and it's awesome. I love it, man. Still has some annoying moments, obviously, but we all have annoying moments. Always can be annoying. It can be. It sure as heck will be. That's for sure. Now, for other moments, like the Counselor's Office, you don't get to see us beating them. Yeah, you don't get to see that.
Wanna know how much I love
That's
you?
because our recording
I love you
crashed.
to the moon
It's
and
by
back.
that point in time after Dog Day, it's just gonna say
crazy
catnap time on
about
it
you.
because
I'm
it's
lost
catnap time,
without
folks.
you.
Time for us to
I've
deal with the
been
fun
lost a long
cat
time.
for like 8 minutes straight because I didn't cut a single death from the video. If I really did go down to edit this thing into a good spot so it was like fun and relaxing and chill, all of that, this could be an hour and 30 minutes long, which means this would be the most edited one of the videos, considering I have never been able to edit videos to be shorter than they should be. Like, I feel like the Counselor's Office, 1, isn't important, 2, it's unfun. I wish there was an option just to skip it. Like, it seems extra. It seems like they added padding to the content, pretty much. There's a lot of it. Like, it feels like they just needed to add one more third as, like, part of the quota or something. Like, Chapter 4, it has a mission. You have a single goal, and you always can see how that's gonna help you. Like, the goal is acknowledged. Now, of course, the goal isn't always acknowledged, but, like, you have a basic idea of what the goal is. That is the important part. You always will know what your goal is. That is important. Chapter 4, you can see how this correlates to your goal.
You're just moving forward to get to the doctor so you can get your Omni Hand so you can blow up the place. You need the Omni Hand to blow up the place, obviously. So, what makes it feel better is that now you can see how this correlates. Like, I can see why I'm in the secondary lab, because that's in my path to the doctor. I can see why I'm killing the doctor for the Omni Hand, because I need the Omni Hand to blow the place to bits. I know why I'm blowing the place to bits, because of Poppy, and Poppy told us why we're doing so. I think that is what makes Chapter 4 better than Chapter 3, because everything has a correlation to the main goal. There's a main goal in Chapter 3. Oh, trust me when I say there is. Get to the gas production zone and get the thing running. And get out of there, pretty much. That is your goal. But in the mobile version especially, you don't get to see that goal. Because the red gas blocking your path into the launch hatch area, which would include your ability to just straight up leave, isn't there. The red gas made it clear on why you couldn't go there. I don't know how the original version would have worked. I mean, maybe there wasn't red gas going that direction. It's just the whole goal was to change the direction of where red gas was going. Wasn't that the point? Your violin playing again, that's someone else in my family. But again, the whole point of the chapter, the whole point is to make it to that launch hatch and get out of there. That is your point. That is what you're doing here. That is the goal. God dang it. Miniature catnap and main catnap, both of them are assholes. Look, I didn't understand how to do the catnap section, but quite a bit. I looked up 5 tutorials, and by the 5th one I understood perfectly how to do it. It just took a bit. Like, sometimes you just gotta throw 5 tutorials at it. Sometimes I have to throw that child out of the window, because he is in the way. And the means always, in the end, always justifies the means. I hate how the term is the means always justify the end. Because no, it's the end always justifies the means. That is how you be a cruel businessman. I'm sorry if you don't want me to apply cruel businessman here, but you know, that's how things are gonna go. I like the horror aspect in this game. Because it is more horror focused than any of the other chapters ever could dream of being. You're just dealing with characters, you're moving forward, you're fighting back, you're surviving in these chapters. That is what makes them important to us. Because they're all about surviving. That is your goal. Like, in chapters 1 and 2 especially, the ability to survive is a very important thing. Chapters 3 and 4 are very different. Chapter 4 really gives off my Chapter 2 vibes. And Chapter 2 was my favorite chapter even after Chapter 3 came out. Here is why Chapter 2 was my favorite still. Because Chapter 3 leaned so far off from what Poppy Playtime always was. Chapter 4 brought back what Poppy Playtime was. And it felt weird, because I was worried that Poppy Playtime was just going to keep going out and out and out and out from what it used to be, changing what it was. Instead, they completely reversed it by having cool ally characters and having cool characters that act as enemies and stuff. Chapter 3 was cool and all, it's just, its horror is diminished by the fact that it's trying to be a horror game and not trying to be a bunch of characters and have cool lore and stuff. So, that is what made Chapter 4 better for me, because the horror is so much more effective in what it is. The horror isn't, oh, you fell. It isn't, oh, you failed. It's this. And that is important. Chapter 4's horror is better than Chapter 3's horror, and that is going to be perfectly fine. Though to be fair, saying that, it's like saying my dad is better than your dad. Dad, it's just not going to work out for you, man. Now, if you are a fan of my channel, thank you. Again, if you're seeing this, like and subscribe, please. But just expect Sonic and Mario content and stuff. If you like my commentary, if you're only here for the gameplay, then, well, first up, thanks. I mean, I respect it, but don't subscribe. Just like and comment, man. Yeah, tell me who you are, because if there's enough of y'all, I might start a secondary channel.
because this is already a secondary channel to my main Plus channel, and the reason I've created this one is because my main Plus channel can't always be uploading, because this one's guaranteed to only take me an hour and 2 hours about. It's only guaranteed to take me about 4 hours to film, edit, and stuff. A Plush video can take me 5, and it's only 50 minutes long, so yes, there is way more that go into making a Plush video than making these. You have to, do the editing, you have to review it again. There's so much that goes into making a Plush video that I have never explained before, but if you want me to, I absolutely could make a full explanation on everything you'd have to do to make a Plush video. Because I do think that is actually something that is interesting. There is a lot that goes into it. Just a lot less that goes into a gaming channel, especially a faceless gaming channel. Though even then, that's not really true, because, you still have the video and all that stuff. It's just, you're gonna have different ways of doing it, man. For a face game, ones that have a face in that corner, they are way more interactive, way more attention-keeping. They also are the biggest assholes humanity ever has seen of making content. Currently, we're at voiceover number 14, and we still have about 25 minutes left. 25 minutes is about the exact amount of time that it took to make Poppy Playtime Chapter 1's video. In Chapter 1's video, it was way more chill, way more cool. I was having so much more fun with Chapter 1's video than Chapter 3's. Chapter 3 sucks. That is my controversial opinion, folks. Chapter 3, while it has some good moments, it has some of the worst moments in the entire series. Yeah, Dog Day's horrifying. Yeah, there's a lot of good horror moments. Yeah, the gameplay can be really fun. Yeah, the other half of the time, there's the goddamn counselor's office. Nothing is explained to you well. Well, I can say the same thing for the secondary lab in Chapter 4. Everything else in Chapter 4 is pretty well explained and pretty easy to get. You just freeze Joey and saw him. That takes 10 seconds to get. Full-on FNAF office, putting batteries in here, lowering your defenses, and that is more complicated. That is way more complicated. Obviously. What's up, Dog Day? Nice to meet you. So, it appears you are missing your lower half. Now, how does this happen to you? Seriously, how? Does catnap repeat up? Did the critter eat your bottom half and you're just here to go back and take more spoils? What the hell, man? How does this happen? I get you're Poppy's angel, and I get that you and I and all the other people are heretics. I get that, folks. Me and the boys are not following Catnap's cult, sadly. Seriously, it has $20 admission, man. There's so many fees to Catnap's cult, man. Bunch of hidden ones, even. It's just annoying. So many hidden fees. You'll never see them, man. The amount of hidden fees that are involved in joining Catnap's cult. If the cult somehow has tax immunity and still expects us to donate to it. Why? It's not even an official religion. It just has that. Well, assumably, it hasn't paid taxes in 19 years. So unless the government either 1, has never noticed that it isn't paying taxes, 2, it's made enough money from the donations to bribe the government into not making it having to pay taxes, which is pretty much just paying taxes, but you paid all of your taxes at once instead. You just spent $7 million instead. You don't have to pay taxes anymore. You just gave them enough money for that to be okay. Oh god damn, I hate when this happens, man. You're just chilling there with your bottom half completely ripped off. A bunch of little U's all show up and organs. It sucks so much. God dang it, the door won't open up. Now, yeah, why am I staring at a wall? Must move forward, folks. Open the vent, move forward, run. Why am I crouching? I gotta move forward, folks. Folks, me and the boys running from the other boy that got ripped in half. And even alive. It's still a really fun chase. The magic of that Huggy Wuggy chase was incredible. But Chapter 4 has nothing better than the magic of that chase. Chase. I think, in my opinion, every chapter after Chapter 1 is better than Chapter 1 because it is quantity and quality.
That's my issue. There is not enough quantity. I do not care how good you make it. That is 10 minutes worth of content. That is the issue. 10 minutes worth of gameplay. And it was sold for $5? Yeah, that's the issue. Which, I get that one video that was like, Chapter 4 is a lesson of quality over quantity. But there was too little quantity for there to be enough quality. Like, it has to be the best 10 minutes of your life for that to be justified. Am I wrong? You have to have such a good time playing Chapter 1, the 10-minute long time, but you did not have as much fun on playing Chapter 4 as that one. Because Chapter 4 is way better than Chapter 1. And I still would have to say, God dang it, we got by bad collision. Of all things to kill us. Bad collision was not expected, but I guess it happens sometimes. Even the best of us have to deal with it. Now anyways, folks, we're back again. Guess it's time for our next time to try. Next time to try against this stupid dog. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not gonna continue. Anyways, folks, it's time for catnap time, folks. Get your hands up, cause we about to go ahead and get ripped. I ain't being killed by this sucker. Not once in a million years, chums. It's time for catnapping. We catnapping all day long, man. Who you want to join in catnap's cult? Hidden fees include tax fees, because we need to pay them so we can bribe the government. Tax fees again. We need more money so we can bribe the government. Food fees, luggage fees, transportation fees. There's like 25 more, folks. There's like 18 fees. Get the hell out of my way, man. Oh yeah, he got. Let's go. Got hit by some steam, and that steam sends directly to hell. Let's go. We will not stand for your light now. Enter the smoke, beat up the pope. Run out to time, cause it's Catnap's cult. Welcome to Catnap's cult. We have a million different batteries. All praise the prototype. That's how we're gonna go tonight. We have better advertising than any other religion in this situation, in this game. I don't know how it's played. Welcome to Catnap's cult. Whoa. God dang it, you just got pummeled in the face by a kitten. You have to say, well, that sucks. And then you beat the crap out of a bunch of rubber ducks. Look, man, that was a good bit, man. And just because you don't understand what peak is doesn't mean I don't. I know what peak is. You clearly wouldn't if you don't think that's peak. That is peak comedy, though. Only an hour and 15 minutes. Only about. Dang, it's been more than an hour and 30 minutes. And by the end of the episode, it's an hour and 55. Let's go. And dang, there are only 15 minutes left. Let's go ahead and get them. On my editing software, if you didn't tell, he didn't disappear. Which means we have to go ahead and swap to green. No, purple. Boom. Boom. Get me up here. Now to green. So that way we can do this. Hand it over. Hand me the green. 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 God damn. How did you even reach me? You're on like the other side of the place. How did you even reach me? Did you just extend your arm? It's like 19 feet. How did you get me there? I'm not saying I'm judging, but how? That's ludicrous, man. I really do hate the counselor's office section, considering I hated it so much I skipped it. Like in the video. No, I did not. I was unable to skip it. But like the rest of the chapter is so good, why do you have to diminish such a good section? One of the worst horror sections I've played in a video game. Now, anyways, we gotta move forward, Poppy. I hate you just as much as you hate me, but you don't hate me yet. I hate you less than you think you could hate someone. Now move standardly, you gotta swap the green, put it in, then charge up, folks. we might just end the video after we beat Catnap, because honestly, I don't have that much fun with the rest of the thing, because, like, it's just, oh, it's the hour of joy, yay, we murdered a bunch of people, I already know, so we don't need to cover that, but I think we will have the kissy scene just so it translates well into the Chapter 4 video, you know? Now we gotta shoot our shot into every single hallway, because if they talk, they gotta get shot. You know, the life I dreamed of anarchy. Anarchy? Oh, wait, you say anarchy. Oh. Same. Finger on the trigger to a money timber. Oh, rain. Sorry. I don't think I can sing more of that. Legally, I think I would get copyright claims for that. Though, to be fair, I had to cut out most of the counselor's office section anyway, because I found the sleep well reference. It was a really good reference. Anyways, I hope you sleep well, Catnap, because you're about to go ahead and go to hell. Just because you're going to have a nice old dandy time, put the battery in. God dang, I committed my favorite crime. My favorite one. What is my favorite crime? It's, I don't know yet. Look, man, I haven't decided, man. It's too young, man. Let me decide later in life when my crime tier list can go higher. That is... No, you're not gonna get me, folk. Convenient that you have a nice purple light that you just shine the second you show up. I mean, I get it. You want to show dramatic effect. But what? I thank the developers for not thinking of the logic of why there would be a random purple light that when the opening hatch would appear. I do not respect them, though, for not thinking of why that hatch would even exist. There's no, like, yellow bar up there or anything. There's no reason for that to exist. Not one. Not a single goddamn reason. I do think Catnap, like, being able to just go up and stuff is cool. Like, the scene when you have to run away from him. Sorry I could not show you that one. That one wasn't recorded, like, at all. I am so sorry for that not being recorded. But, like, yeah. We're going up. God dang it. Where did you even come from? Oh, wait, from behind. Yeah, no, that was behind. Catnap came from behind. You've got to be kidding me. Hold on, that sounds really bad. That sounds really bad. Like, I do think it's weird how the storyline sets out. Like, it's incredible revealing what the Hour of Joy was at the end of the chapter. Because I do think that's a weird thing to just reveal. Because reminder, I played through chapters 1 and 2, I never saw a single reference to an Hour of Joy. That is the issue. It felt like the Hour of Joy was something they thought of on, like, the question of where the employees are. It works well for the lore, it's just, you know, does not feel like it was intended for the main chapters. Like, it just doesn't feel intended for a single chapter. That is my issue. Now put the battery, put the goddamn battery in. You jump, whoop. Like, it just feels weird, you know? Like, yeah, I get it, it's just, you know, annoying. Anyways, we shoot our shot down these hallways. So after the Catnap fight, yeah, you're not getting any more content from that. So just immediately skip to chapter 4 and like the whole compilation video. But basically, once this fight is done, that is the end of the episode. Good job. We also effectively skipped the third half of the game. Thanks. I seriously hated it, though. Like, I hate that section of the game with a burning passion. I didn't know how to, like, get that done. That was incredibly annoying. There's only 4 minutes after this whole fight scene, so it's not much. Still abnormally long for the amount that's here. Like, I find Catnap was underutilized, which might not be true necessarily, but, like, yeah, he doesn't feel well utilized at least. Next up, we have to just wait till our next step, because we know this isn't the succeeding run. Because I didn't know how to, like, do that other one. I knew how to do that one. That one worked, but, like, the other one didn't because I didn't know that there was another one of those handles. You're not getting me. Not tonight, folks. Not now. I'm sorry, you can't advertise from above. Your cult doesn't deserve advertising. Not from me. I ain't doing free marketing. Not to you. Not from me. I own the entirety of a Wendy's. No, anyways, go forward. this fight ain't gonna fight back. We will have one more attempt after this one, but there's only 3 attempts, and that's the end of the episode afterwards. Like, after we win, that's the end of the episode. I still really enjoy this catnap fight, though. I hope you enjoyed this entire episode still. Like, catnap is a really fun fight. That's that button. I hope that that's gonna work. That shit. Why didn't the smoke happen? Why didn't it smoke? How did you reach me again? I was like 5 miles away from you. You've gotta be kidding me. Well, that's ominous. See y'all later. Into heaven we go. Bye. So it turns out that I lost the recording of me beating catnap. So, bye. And sorry. Make sure to like, subscribe, so maybe I don't go to the chapter 4 video. Bye.